All right, guys. Today is the first trading day of the year. It is Wednesday, January 2nd, 2019. And already we are seeing a lot of big profits. So many profits already in chat. We are adding the profit chat back as well just because that inspires me so much. And I know it inspires a lot of you guys whenever you see my big profits or your big profits or other members' big time profits. It's absolutely great. The main play that we have seen make a lot of profit on today has been CCCL, 3 C's with the L, and that has been the big money maker so far. We are going to continue to watch this play, and we're going to focus on this play as this could possibly be leading towards what? A third touch breakout pattern. We went over this just a couple minutes ago. What am I ultimately looking for? I'm looking for that third touch to set itself up, and we could look for that possible rip and run. Right now, if I wanted to give you guys that illustration, basically if we draw these resistance lines, out a little bit longer, we're looking for that third touch to come back on up, and for this stock to start, looking for right here, bada boom, that breakout at the break of resistance. As we already said, we got our 1 touch right here. We have our 2 touch right here, and we're looking for this stock to stay inside this channel and get the third touch, coming up in the near future, all right? So we have our 1 touch, 2 touch, possibly third touch to come on up. Now, if the stock comes down to this mark and then just dumps right here, obviously the stock's over. Obviously, it's done. I'm talking about best case scenario. If we break this, support line right here, probably around 205, the stock is probably going to end up turning. We're going to start seeing some cracking. If it can break back up through the channel, that's when we're going to start seeing, its best opportunity. So right here, I would say probably best entry would probably be around like 207, 208 if you can. We don't really want it going down towards around 205, 204. We'd rather, have it stay, up in this area and then possibly start making some U-shape. So if you're saying, Dek, you're going to pull the trigger right now. I'm not going to pull the trigger right now. I want to see if it can consolidate right here through this recap, see if it can consolidate and if it can hold. Now, if it can hold, right now, obviously, it would be one of the better entries for the third touch to come back up and maybe around 30 minutes from now. So I'm thinking third touch could maybe be around 11 o'clock if it can hold this channel. That's where we could see some nice profit, and that's where we could see some nice ripping. Now, why is this stock even up? Why do we even care about CCL? What's going on with CCL? Well, CCL, this is a play that we already had in our morning newsletter, as you guys know. Right? Now, a lot of people, again, joining us this morning because, as we know, Dekmar Trades is free all this week. We stream every single day, as you guys know, on tradecaster.com. Welcome to 2019. Doesn't get much better. So CCCL, what we have here, this was the #1 top gainer on Monday, as this stock spiked 91%. This stock had no news and no real reasoning to spike other than its low float. Keep on high alert this morning for continuation breakout. We have been seeing continuation breakouts happen a lot over the past month, and CCCL could just be another one added to the list. Watch for a break of the 50 and 200-day moving average at 158 and 169, right, guys? So that's, what we want to be looking at on CCCL. Had this in our morning newsletter right at the start of the day. We've been seeing a lot of continuation breakouts. It all started with MRIN, where MRIN had a very big green day. And you know what traders said the next day? Hey, let's go play it again. And the traders saw it the next day and they said, hey, let's go play it again. And if you guys watch our recaps every single day, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And ADIL, this was the top gainer one day, which led to a top gainer the next day, which led to a top gainer the next day, because traders felt comfortable here. And now what are we seeing over on CCCL? CCL traders saying, hey, this is a top gainer on Friday. Let's head over towards it today and head over to here and here and here, right? So CCL, if today's another top gainer, guess what? We're probably going to see volume towards this play tomorrow. So that stock, this stock still has a lot of big time potential towards it. So far, we had a great bounce play right off 208, and now it's all the way back up towards around that 216 mark. So this is still being a pretty consistent play. And I do want to see if it's going to be able to hold. I'm thinking maybe in about another 15 minutes, it's going to be that third touch breakout. Everyone be ready for a possibility over there, right, on CCCL. Right now, again, this play, it doesn't have any sort of news. So why is the stock running as well other than its low, it's a previous top gainer? Well, it does have a low float, right? We already know CCL is a low float play. That's why it loves to rip. It goes on these monster climbs sometimes. And we could see that this stock right here, CCL, has a float of 3.6 million. Obviously, a very low float that could definitely do some damage and make a nice move. So that's absolutely awesome. We also see what's given the stock a little bit of credibility as well is that it's able to hold its gains, and it's above its 200-day moving average and 50-day moving average. This stock is holding above that 158 mark, 200-day moving average. This stock is holding above that 169 mark, the 50-day moving average. It's not like the stock just came right on up and dumped on off, right? It's not like the stock came up to this mark on Monday and dumped and is all the way back down to 80 cents. It spiked and it held. And not only did it hold, it gapped up. And not only did it hold when it gapped up, it spiked at the start of the day, right? So, I mean, this thing is still holding its gains. And it's holding its gains and being a nice play. Now, what would be the very next strong resistance sign if we could break some highs right here? If this stock, continues to move on up and break some highs, I think, I'll probably up towards this mark right here, 275, 280. I think that would be the strong resistance. We got an upper shadow right here at 280. We have a little upper shadow right here at 270. We have a strong upper shadow right here at 282. We got one all the way up here, a little higher at 344, but then we're kind of back down towards around $3. Then we're back down towards around 285. Then we have this bottom red candle right here at around 280. Right, so I think like the common consensus area would be somewhere right around this like 280 to maybe $3 mark if this thing ever did start exploding, right? So CCCL, I do want you guys to focus on this play as we're still talking about this stock right now. So again, right now everything's still holding very beautifully. Back below probably 206, 205 is when the stock is going to be done. If it can hold, right around these areas right here, that's where I think it could make a nice U-shaped pattern and start working its way on up. But again, you probably have about 10 to 15 minutes until that starts happening. It is starting to drop just slightly right here. We definitely want to see that U-shape and that third touch come up in the near future. But CCL, again, a little recap. Why is the stock moving? Top gainer on Monday, excuse me. I keep saying Friday because we had it off yesterday because it was New Year's. So it was a top gainer on Monday. It's a low float stock. It was not only a low float stock and a top gainer, it's able to hold its gains. It had a gap up and a nice spike this morning. Shows that it has credibility. It also is a past chart spiker. And again, the stock has had volume through it throughout the whole entire day. So traders want to play where the volume's going to be. Volume equals activity. Activity equals profit, right? So that's been an absolutely, great, stock to keep our eyes peeled on. MRIN. MRIN has been a nice beast as well. This was, as we were talking about, a previous top gainer. A previous top gainer about 2 weeks ago that did what? Just keep spiking and spiking and spiking, right, on MRIN. And this was a play that, went on a nice big rip. What's going on here? It's kind of bouncing off some indicators. You could say a 13 EMA or the 200-day moving average, and it's bouncing on off and getting a nice little move. Right? Right now, you could break this down into a couple of different areas. Why did the stock really start moving to begin with? Beautiful U-shaped pattern. U-shaped breakout pattern. We establish resistance. We break through resistance. Buying volume comes through. At this point, if you're looking to play MRIN, you could really just do what? Go ahead and throw the stock on a trend line. As long as you guys throw the stock on a trend line right here, anything on this side is bullish. Anything on this side is bearish. Hold the stock from it goes from the bullish side to the bearish side. Once it goes from bullish to bearish, guess what happens? That's where the stock is going to start falling, and that's where we start seeing most of our sell-offs. So right now, if you guys are interested on MRIN, that's just bullish to bearishness right there. All you got to do is hold that stock until it goes to the bearish side, and that's where you get out. But from here on, you still got some nice profit, right? So that's absolutely a great play so far, right? What else have we seen today? VTVT. This stock trying to get a little bit of action. This was the one that came out with Forbes. We also had this as a stock we want to watch. This previous week top gainer can easily spike today if nothing else takes the mob. But as you guys see, CCCL took the mob. This stock had 300,000 shares plus invested from Forbes at the price of 183. And with this being said, a lot of traders want to buy what a well-known, credible company is buying. Last week we saw a stock spike from $1, or we saw this spike. This stock spike from $1 to $3.50. Break of $3 today. Watch this 5 million float stock to potentially spike all the way back on up. So right now, this stock is still trying to get a little potential towards it. Not anything insane. It could possibly do what? Become a bull flag pattern over the next few days. Bull flag pattern in the next few days and get a nice rip and run over there. Little side note, QTT. QTT, guys, is still being a nice beast. I think QTT is still a great investment. If you guys are saying, hey, Dek, didn't you play QTT? I did play QTT. I played QTT on Friday. So actually on this day where it went from $6, it spiked all the way up to $6.75, and then it came back on down. I played QTT on Friday, and I made $1,400 on that play. You guys can check that out, as you guys know, on YouTube. That's where obviously I put all my recaps, and I like to put them into the video library as well. So we got, what do we have right here to do? We had on Monday, I made New Year's, $100, and then 4 days ago, I made $2,750. So actually, yeah, I made more than the $1,400. That was actually a very good profit right there. You guys can go ahead and check that out. So again, that was this play right here. Make sure you guys go watch that. All you guys got to do is type in Dekmar Trades. Make sure you guys make sure you guys smash that thumbs up and subscribe. You guys know the whole deal. So again, make sure you guys go do that. Right now, QTT, a little bit of a pullback, but the main thing we're really watching is, of course, the CCCL. And CCL is, on that pattern. That pattern of the third touch breakout. I already drew it out once or twice, but as you guys know as well, I do want to keep my eyes peeled to see what this play is going to be doing. So let me see what we have right here. Like this. So you see like OPGN. Now we got our 1 touch, 2 touch. This 3rd touch may be coming in a little too quick. Yeah, this 3rd touch is coming in a little too quick right now. You know, usually we got our 1 touch, right? Our 2 touch, and then it usually is a little bit of a time though, right? Let's see. I don't know if it's going to break right here. You may say, oh, Dek, is this not the 3rd touch? Usually we got 1 touch, and then look how long it is. Nice little break, 2 touch. Look how long it is. Nice little break, 3 touch. So that's usually what we have on these plays that, you know, kind of give us a little bit of 1 touch, 2 touch, give us a nice little break, and then our 3 touch, right? We got our 1 touch, 2 touch, nice little break, and then our 3 touch. And that's why I want more around 11 o'clock. I don't want right now. I want more around 11 o'clock. You know, definitely very important when you're looking for these breakouts. Okay? Same exact thing right here. Get your 1 touch, drop. 2 touch, drop, little bit of a break. Then your 3 touch, you get a nice big breakout. Right here, we got our 1 touch, 2 touch. I think I need a little bit more of a break. And then, you know, our breakout. So I'm not sure if I'm in love with this right here. Maybe a little bit more. I want 11 o'clock, not 10:45. So let's see if it comes back down, you know, one more time and then goes back on up. Well, let's see what's going to happen over these next few minutes on CCCL. So it's definitely been an interesting play, CCCL. I definitely like this stock. I want to see if the stock is going to be able to continue to move on up, if the stock is going to be able to get a breakout, you know, right now. And let's see what's going to happen. You know, basically the main thing we want to be looking at is, of course, going to be the bids, you know, on, you know, the stock, and seeing if we're going to get any sort of, you know, ripping towards it. Let's see if we're going to get our breakout right here on CCCL as it comes up towards 225 once again. Now, this is where a lot of the activity's at. This is where a lot of the volume's at. This is where a lot of, you know, traders are, you know, currently looking at to see if this is going to continue to move on up. I am not in on this time. Again, the most important thing is to see if the bids are going to move up above 225. Now, again, just because we're above 225, just because if we get above 225 doesn't mean it's an automatic breakout. Being above 225 is great, but we still have the high of the day and, you know, a little bit of resistance at 230 as well. Right now, still a little bit slower, and again, good. We want this to kind of have a little bit of a pullback. I would like to see 219s, honestly. Maybe come back down towards around the 210-ish mark, and then, you know, make one more move back on up. As I said, the most important thing is we get a little bit of that break, get a little bit of that leeway. So we'll continue to keep this on watch. I would definitely say around 11 o'clock is when things can definitely get a little bit more spicy. All right, so I'm going to wrap this recap up. Let's keep this on watch. No entry at this time yet, but definitely CCL. If we see a little consolidation and a pop, this thing could possibly go. If this thing starts pulling back on down, as long as it doesn't crack, obviously it still has good potential. It's where a lot of the volume's at. It's where a lot of the hype's at. And right now, guys, this is definitely the stock we want to focus on. Has an 11K order at 217. Let's see if that's going to be able to hold on up. 9,000, 8,000. Nope, it's a real order, so someone's buying 11K, which again isn't insanely big for only a $2 stock, but it still holds up. There's 4,000, so he is getting taken out. And 2,000, 2,100, 1,900, 1,700, and he's probably going to go bye-bye in a second. So yeah, so again, it's always neat to see kind of the 11K orders kind of get taken out, especially when it's like a $10 stock, you know, and you just see the thing kind of getting chopped down, right? So right now, CCCL, I think, you know, having a little bit of a pullback right now. We'll see if this stock is able to hold on up and if it's going to U-shape from there. But this is where I want to focus as well. We have MRIN. You know, that's definitely where we want to look at because that's been a very consistent climber, but that is starting to go bullish to bearish. We have QTT, which has been an awesome beast over the last few days. And then on top of that, guys, we had our VTVT, you know, still trying to make our nice move on up as well. So VTVT, or that's from, that could be a consistent bull flag pattern in the near future. All right, so awesome job. We'll see what's coming on up, you know, in the coming on up next. But hey, I'm excited. Welcome to 2019. Make sure you guys join us every single day on Tradecaster. We have all our live streams. We have all our videos going. On top of that, guys, the rest of the week is 100% free. And as always, you know, I'm going to be looking to kill it. A little bit of monthly goals for myself, or not monthly goals, yearly goals. I'm going to be looking to trade daily, looking to trade every single day. If that's on a big account, small account, long or short, always be giving you guys some action and always some things that you guys can learn. So that's what I'm going to be looking to do in 2019, which will be the first time, you know, I ever did that. So again, that's, you know, an awesome thing to look forward to as well. Awesome. Great job today. Welcome back. 2019. Happy Wednesday.